The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's Sunday, January 24th. Finally getting this to where I want it. Gotten the edges there. Right, progress, right? Progress. That's all we can really go for. All right. Hey, Mark, it's good to see you. Good morning. Welcome. So, yes, today we are going to be talking about acceptance. Before we get to that, I'd like to talk a little bit about maybe, let's always I always like to make sure to check in with myself, especially when things are going pretty well. And the reason that I want to do that is I want to make sure that I'm not being too big for my britches. With the things that we do and like the setup that I have here, it is easy to slip out of humility and stop being humble and start thinking that I know better, okay, when I don't, okay? So I have a little saying, stick with the winners, not the wieners. Who are the winners? Well, these are the people that that you're going to see in meetings or different places that have what you want. Okay. Maybe they have a successful relationship. Maybe they, stay away. Just because somebody has a nice car doesn't mean, okay, unless you're after money, but we're talking recovery here. So, but let's go ahead and get to today's daily reflection. This one, acceptance, was actually, and she's my poor thing. Jill wanted me to talk on acceptance a few days ago, but I don't think she's going to be able to see it. Unfortunately, she had to go to the hospital last night. She put it on Facebook, so I'm not blowing anything. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I do know that she is home and that she is okay, though. All right. I believe she's resting. She sent me a message earlier night because we were going to meet up today, work on her computer. So she is resting, but she's okay. I'd like to everybody to know that. So let's get to acceptance, man. Among the many gifts that we are offered in the program is the gift of freedom. Paradoxically, however, the gift of freedom is not without a price tag. Freedom can only be achieved by paying the price called acceptance. Similarly, there's another one of those words. Similarly, there we go. If we can surrender to God's guidance, it will cost us our self-will, that commodity so precious to those of us who have always thought we should run the show. Is my freedom today worth the price tag of acceptance? Well, in this case, the commodity that I'm giving up is my self-will, which is what has been causing all of my problems. So once I've come to the fact that I can accept that that's what's going on, then it is very, very easy. Then that price tag is easily covered for us, I think. So is my freedom today worth the price tag of acceptance? Man, I tell you what, guys, I get to do anything that I want now. I'm a free man. Okay? Now, I don't go hang out in the bar, but if I have a reason to be around alcohol, that's fine. I can go. I'm allowed to do those things. That's not really acceptance. Well, it can be. I mean, there's 100, as much as there's 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, and all that other stuff. Same goes for Same goes for acceptance. So I'm going to read out of Acceptance Was the Answer. We all know this one. It's on page 417 in my book. I think I have the 4th edition. Yep, I have the 4th edition. So it's 417 in this one. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. Of course, we always need more stuff than that, right? When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. There is so much in just that part. Okay. So acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. It is a great place to start. Why? Okay. Let's utilize the serenity prayer here. Okay. Courage to change things I can. Right. But there's a part in there. Yay, it's Brenda. Brenda's here. Happy Sunday, everyone. So acceptance is a great place to start with that. Okay. Now we can accept that maybe we can't change something, but maybe it can't be changed right now. So don't utilize this acceptance as a way to not do the work. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to accept it. Okay. The other part in this is acceptance also goes with like letting go and letting God. Okay. And it is something that we should practice all the time. Okay. And what the way that is utilized is maybe you can't do something about it right now. Okay. Then we're going to let it go till we can do something about it. Like today, I have something big I need to do tomorrow. There is no reason for me to be thinking about it today. Right? Unless I'm planning or something like that. But I'm not going to spend my whole day on that. Okay? Why? Because there's people around me that need me. Okay? We have things we got to do. We got to get our housework done. We got to go to work. We still got to live life. When I'm disturbed is because I find a person, place, or situation unacceptable to me. That person's doing this. That person's doing that. Reminds me of the Simpsons episode when Marge became a police officer and she suddenly found out that everybody was committing crimes, but she didn't notice before because she wasn't a police officer, right? So when our intentions change, our view changes. Let's say that again. When our intentions change, our view changes, right? Maybe you're looking at somebody and it's unacceptable to you because it's what you do and you don't like that about yourself. That is usually the number one thing of why I don't like somebody else, because they have a character flaw that I do not like in myself that I am unwilling to accept. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in the world by mistake. I think I left out a word in there, didn't I? Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Okay? I truly believe that. And because of that freedom, I get to do certain things. Like yesterday, I was talking to somebody else in the program. They're looking at coming on as an artist. Okay. Now everybody's got their passions and things like that. And I'm really good at detecting where people are at in the program, because you'll talk a certain way. You'll act a certain way. It's how it is. Okay. Now she's in California. I don't really know her that well, but God gave me every single sign to say, go for it. Welcome aboard. Go for it. And now she's doing some things that I never even thought of. So I wish I had time to go into it. Maybe I will hit. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober, right? So that means that you're not going to be able to get over certain things until you accept them. Right? A big part of when I was about a year sober and I had my first PTSD attack, I was in complete denial about it. Okay? And it comes with the territory. And my therapist, my wife, had to convince me that I had PTSD. But once I could accept it and became willing to look at that, that's when things started to change for me. I could not say that unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. See, wouldn't it be nice to just sit down and not worry about the state of the world? You don't have to fix the world. You just got to help that one person today. Right? Right, Jill? I know Jill's nodding her head. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world, but what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. I think that's the best line. Because they just gave you the whole answer. You may not like hearing it, okay? But instead of putting all your concentration on what needs to be changed outside of you, take that energy and put it towards yourself. Did I just talk about your intentions change your attitude? All right, I'm going to read the next paragraph kind of quick. Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. He forgot to mention that I was the chief critic. I was always able to see the flaw in every person, every situation, and I was glad to point it out because I knew you wanted perfection just as I. Man, there is nothing worse than uninvited criticism, right? Where we think we're giving constructive criticism. No, we don't know how to give constructive criticism at this time. Not when I was drinking. No. And acceptance have taught me that there's a bit of good in the worst of us and a bit of bad in the best of us. That we are all children of God and we each have a right to be here, every single one of us. When I complain about you or me, I complain about God's handiwork. I'm saying I know better than God. Okay? So that means the other thing is if we're out there pointing the finger at everybody else, how many fingers do you have pointed back at you? You have 3. All right? So take a look at yourself, because if you're letting other people control your day, then there's probably something else going on. All right? So talk to your sponsor. Grab a closed mouth friend. See a therapist. May God teach me acceptance, the ability to accept the things I cannot change. Okay? And also the courage to change the things that we can. Right? But the main thing in the Serenity Prayer is the wisdom to know the difference. And in the words of my friend Kat, yay, wisdom. I can't say the Serenity Prayer now without putting in yay, wisdom. God also grant me courage to change those things that I can. God, help me to accept the illness of my addiction and give me the courage to change my addictive behavior. Today, I will accept the addiction, change the behavior, right? And what is change behavior? It's a living amends. It is a type of apology, right? All right, 30 seconds. Let's just read. I'm not going to go over anything, but I'm going to go ahead and read Odette since we got 30 seconds. There is action and more action. Faith without works is dead. To be helpful is our only aim. I understand that service is a vital part of recovery, but I often wonder, what can I do? Simply start with what I have today. I look around to see where there is a need. Are the ashtrays full? Do I have hands and feet to empty them? Suddenly I'm involved. The best speaker may make the worst coffee. The member who is the best with newcomers may be unable to read. The one willing to clean up may make a mess of the bank account. Yet every one of those people and jobs is essential to an active group. The miracle of service is this. When I use what I have, I find there is more available to me than I realized before. This is exactly what I do. To me, this is about finding your passion. Okay. There is plenty of service work to be done. All right. I'm a co-host at my home meeting. That means I let people in and greet on Zoom. Hey, how you doing? Hey, another way that I give back is by doing my daily reflections. Okay. That's how I do service work. So since I was stuck at home before coronavirus ever happened, but I want to be able to speak my mind, give my opinion, help other people out. I created this, and here we are today, 2 years later, still doing it, still being of service, right? So find your passion. If you can't find it, get a hold of me. I'll help you find it. You'd be about 5 questions away from me finding it. I love doing that with people. I love helping them find their passion and then setting them up with the right people to do that. And it's funny because I do that a lot. And most of the time I never hear from them again. It's awesome. Or they say, please don't post in my group. What's happening? Help me build my group. Okay, can you stop posting in it? We took a vote. We can't vet you. All right, guys. Peace out. I love you. And have a day. Love you, Jill. Bye.